The Real Recognise Real Show with Alex Scott. This is WCR FM.
To the great feeling the weed brings, it's getting dark. Is it evening, your honor? I'm just a man that loves to smoke. So leave me with my weed like Cuba and tobacco, Mexico and Chewbacca. Leave me a proper, I don't have no dollars to pay. Man, spend up my money for my weed for the day. Easy man, I ragamuffin, tell me about the pound, man. Redo bada body. Easy man, I ragamuffin, tell me about the pound, man. Redo bada body. Man, a ragamuffin, sell my body pound, man. Redo bada body. Easy man, a ragamuffin, sell my body pound, man. Redo bada body.
Welcome back to the Real Recognise Real Show right here on the station that is number one for Wolverhampton, WCR FM, with myself, Alex Scott, and you just heard the voice of a top-tier Jamaican reggae artist that is clearly passionate about writing lyrical content, creating music for you, the listener, to enjoy, but to also be aware and to be reminded of various subject matters that are constantly ongoing in and around the world. This artist deserves exposure, especially because he delivers his lyrical skills on high-class production with instruments that are composed in the most amazing way. Without any further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome to WCR FM's The Real Recognise Real Show, the conscious Jamaican reggae artist, Jay Ritten.
I understand. You recognise me. Well, go on, Alex.
Yes, Jay Ritten, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm really good.
I'm really feeling alright. Today's a day, you know, where we'll just kick back, relax, speaking with the real people, you understand, here with family and everything. So it's a joyful spirit to bless where I consume the souls right now. So I'll go on.
Yes, sir, salute. You was raised, Jay, in Kingston, Jamaica by protective parents. Now, Jay, can you explain to the listener what it was like in Kingston growing up and what kind of situations were going on in order for your parents to keep you and your sisters indoors?
In our reality, you know, everywhere is danger. Where people is, danger is bound to be. You understand? Because it's just where there's negative, there's always positive. We can't debate that none at all. Growing up, you never really see the use of being held inside, you know, you just have to watch the world through the windows. But then again, I did have little experiences and opportunities to go forward and earn them, even when going to schools and stuff, you understand?
Yes.
Thinking about it, and I'm really grateful for what everybody really do. You understand what parents really do, what friends, what cousins, everybody really do, how grandma look after everybody. As I say, keeping us inside, it taught me how to read, like properly, because I had to escape the confines of the walls with books. And I started writing and everything. So, as I say, I don't see it as a negative impact. Even though Kingston itself, Jamaica itself, it's not as pretty as how people see it on TV. I understand, but we learn to make the best of what it is. That's how I see it.
Well, Jay, you wrote a lot of daily journals and personal articles which helped and developed your craft for writing songs. So, Jay, did you manage to keep your first set of songs to see how you've progressed musically?
I value words and books and papers so much I can't throw away anything. I understand. I'm like on one of those people who just hoard. You know, so that's a word, I hoard, and I just write, and as soon as a book is finished, I just put it down and I get to another one. That's just how it is, and I constantly read back material from back then just to see how I've grown and how I want to grow. You understand? Because when you can see your past, you can know what you're doing, and you can know what you do presently. You'll know where your future stands. So definitely, we go through the old material just to see where we've been coming from. And when going through them, I realized I haven't really changed that much mentally. But when it comes to technique and style, I'm getting there. I'm getting where I want to be.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you also, I would say, acknowledge that Bridgeport High School was the place that gave you confidence to perform in front of crowds as you was in a debate team. So, Jay, what was it like performing in front of large crowds during your teenage years?
Well, to be honest with you, the first time I went on the debate team, it was totally by accident. Like, I went to school one day, I missed out school for like a couple of weeks. I don't remember what was happening, but I missed out school for like some time, and I went and the teacher was like, teacher try to punish me and try to give me some hard knocks to see if I could have managed it. And the way I dealt with the situation from that very moment, being on the debate team was put to reality by the teacher, the very said teacher. And at first I was really nervous, but then I realized with words, sound, power, and truth, because it's not just words, sound, and power, it's all about truth also, facts and everything, you can actually win the hearts and souls of everybody. So if you have the ability to do that, why not just do it the right way? So I would say the debate team is like a major help. It really helped me to carve the person who I am today. Like, it put me in front of a stage with so many people at schools, different schools and everything. You just a look on the face of all of these people, and you had to show them that you were right for what you were doing. So, as I said, it was good training. I count it all as training. I count every single thing as training, because the official mission in life hasn't yet come. And when that comes, you put our training to test.
Absolutely. So that means you was able to deal with it proper. Speaking of, we're going to play Deal With It Proper right now, and we'll be back to do some more talking.
No problem, man.
Yes, Jack. Don't stress yourself. Man, ready for the war again, Parliament. Some are winner fortunate, we fortunate. Let's get moves like Luther King and Malcolm X, and move like Batman again. So pass the touch we like, make we hear me talk for them tonight. Reggae music, crime and appetite, and them boy hardly recognize. So just watch it, make me deal with it proper. And me say, watch it, make me deal with it like that. And me say, watch it, make me deal with it, Jaja. Now stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. And you might get set garden when I kick like low confusion with the curtain from out and we no pro but the sage mouth open and the third eye spotty from far. So Babylon stay right. Make we just flow with the breeze like Ali on a stage. Like man out of the road like we just a come from a jail life. Stepping with the venom just like a snake bite. Watch it, make me deal with it proper. And me say, watch it, make me deal with it like that. And me say, watch it, make me deal with it, Jaja. No stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. Don't you ever stress yourself, Jaja. I am here to deal with it proper. Watch it, make me deal with it proper. And me say, watch it, make me deal with it like that. And me say, watch it, make me deal with it, Jaja. Now stress yourself. Don't stress yourself.
I'm Alex Scott with the Real Recognised Real Show on the #1 radio station for Wolverhampton, and I'm currently interviewing the conscious Jamaican reggae artist Jay Ritten. Now, Jay, With your writing pattern and lyrical skill, it's evident to hear that you are quite a lyrical activist.
Yes, you're right.
I can hear you. I know you're still there.
I can repeat what we said.
Yes, no problem, no problem. I was saying, with your writing pattern and lyrical skill, it's evident to hear that you are quite a lyrical activist. What made you decide to take that route in the musical movement?
As I said, with every single step in life, you get to choose the pathway you go down, because every single step can be placed in a different direction. I started off as a dancehall artist, I won't lie to you. I was doing all of this thing and I was really spitting lyrics and spitting bars, because it was all about just spitting the next bar harder than you spit the other bar. But then I realized that there was it wasn't just uncomfortable for me. It was the message in certain things wasn't of me. So when I went into a deep meditation, so I call it, or reasoning within, because my family and my friends them really influence and help me. You understand? And
Yes.
I got to give shout out and thanks to all of these people. They really kind of just showed me, say, yo, the way you reason, that's how you should write. You understand? And I went into, as I said, meditation, into the habitat, and I started to meditate everything. And then from that point, I came out and I decided, say, yo, if you can sing, you sing. If I can sing, I just sing. But with each and every track comes a different feeling and a different style. So with every single track, sometimes it's just bars being dropped, sometimes it's just singing, sometimes it's just laid back and just putting a soul out forward. But with everything I do, I put Jah first in it and I put my soul into it with every single step of the way. I do love lyrics. I do love dropping bars, honestly. But then again, if it don't make sense to me, then I won't do it. So it's not a waste of time when it comes to lyrics. It's just that I'm really conservative. I'm really conservative of it, and I don't just like putting out anything into the universe, because everything can be reciprocated back to you. You understand?
Yes. With everything that has previously gone on with George Floyd, Black Lives Matters, and the ongoing pandemic with COVID-19, I'm sure you have words of wisdom or general thoughts about what we're going through as a culture and deeply concerned nation. How would you describe your mental state of mind at this present time?
I would call it aware, because these things that's happening now is what people have been telling us for generations, from the past, a long time ago. These things were evident. These things is bound to happen. The society what we live in is a really fragile thing. But what I will tell people, the truth is, do not be strayed away by certain misleading information. I always choose to fight for what I believe is right. And I understand, and nobody can ever tell me get up and fight for what is not. That's how I see it. So if people see just cause in what they should fight for what you should fight for. But don't just get up and follow the crowd. It's all about, I've seen so many people in the past, like even just by reading and writing and every little thing, you've seen how much people tend to try to fight fire with fire because they don't understand things. So the first thing they do is do it aggressively. So all I can say, with everything that is happening, I really love the way people take it. I love the way people are being aware of it, but be aware smartly. Don't just be drawn into fire, because into fire we have if the world got to war, we have children, we have families, we have everything that want to prepare for this generation and everything that is coming up. I'm saying this generation like I'm not young, but I'm saying that even the generations that come after us they're really depending on us to mold and do things properly from now. So it's not everything is fire. Sometimes we can just cool and just see what's happening and then try to address it the right and proper way. By doing that, we'll please the Most High and we'll please the generation to come without war. That's just how I see it.
Thank you, my brother. Wise words. I can't wait to listen back to that again. Now, you've obviously got an amazing high-level skill for writing. Who are your inspirations, Jay?
I will be honest with you, I have many inspirations, because sometimes when I even listen to some artists, like, I'll be honest with you, I'll tell Vybz Kartel, really, really, Dan Dada, when it comes to Busy Signal, Chronixx is a new generation, and I really love his writing and everything. I respect it. And then it extends past the Jamaican borders. You understand? Well, we go to things that we listen like Lil Wayne and Eminem, and then it even surpasses that and goes to Kendrick Lamar and go up to Drake. Every single body. But if I'm really going back into my soul and say, this person, I really looked up to this person growing up, it would be a Barry Salmon or a Buju Banton. To be real, these people are people I'm really look to. I'm a listener myself. These people put soul into what they did. They didn't write as verse or as lyrical as how I do, but then again, listening to them, their music inspire me to just get up and do it the same way. I just put my little twist to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you using any studios? I know there's people, artists in Jamaica that are blessed to be using the same studio as some of the other famous artists. Are you one of those individuals as well?
I'll be honest with you, I've been to a lot of studio, but it's just a pass-through thing. It's not a thing where it's just a thing where the energy is. I'm actually based in Trenchtown Jamming Studio. I'm actually one of the engineers there.
Wow.
So this is how we get up. Yeah, man. So this is how we really get up and do work. So most of the recording is done in Trenchtown. It's not a big studio, but then again, we think of it as big because it's giving us the opportunity and the space to create. So really and truly, it doesn't have to be a King Jammers, it doesn't have to be a Tough Gang, you understand? But it is Trenchtown nonetheless, and we just work with what we can and work what we get and have, you understand? So that's it. I really respect the studio. I really respect everybody in Trenchtown. The love and everything is massive. You understand? I won't even tell people I'm a Trenchtown baby, I'm a Kingston baby. I've been raised all about this place, honestly. So, as I say, massive respect to Trenchtown because of the facility of the studio and the space and everything. And even when it comes to mental capacity and the thinking, like some people really down their influence and them just give it this drive and them teach with so much every single day, every single step. As I said, we learn as we go along. So, yeah.
I'm glad you never kept no secrets from us.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we're going to play your next track, which is one of my favourite tracks of yours. And we're going to do some more talking. It's called Secrets.
Yeah, man. Cool, man. None at all. Gotta keep none.
So the youth remain speechless like he shine on the corner when I could touch up on the private parts. Everything a secret. Tell the youth that black is ugly. So the whole of the youths them stop bleaching. Everything a secret. Mama the road that keep the pampers and the father the road that keep for cheese tricks and cheese tricks. Secrets never to be told. Secrets and secrets. The stories just unfolding now. How long can we wait? What more can we feel? What more can we take? No more secrets to keep. How long can we wait? How long can we feel? What more can we take? No more secrets to keep.
I'm Alex Scott with the Real Recognised Real Show on the #1 radio station for Wolverhampton, and I'm currently interviewing the conscious Jamaican reggae artist Jay Ritten. Now, Jay, with this song, you said a lyric, everything a secret, so the youths remain speechless, like Keisha in the corner when her uncle touch her in her private part. So what I'm going to say here is, this is a track that touches on many harsh realities that's going on throughout the world. You mentioned sexual harassment, which happens to children. And for the parents and children listening to the show right now, with someone going through abuse in their home or on the street, how would you explain to the listener to help someone spot the signs or encourage an individual going through this to gain confidence to seek help?
Well, I can say is I've seen these things first, and it hasn't happened to me, but I've been in communities and things where I see all of these things. This is where the message comes from. What I wish was happening was people, because sometimes you see it, but then again you just can't face the reality that it is really happening. So the neighbors and everybody just sit back and say, no, that's not really happening. When really and truly it is something that the child or the mother or the female, sometimes the little boy is going through actually. So if we did really just man up, like everybody just really just man up and know that this is our responsibility, because it takes a village to raise a child, if you understand. So when it comes to raising a child, the village really need to step up and stop being what I call it. They need to stop being childish to the reality.
Yes.
Stop being childish to the reality, because until that very day comes, we can't go really say, we can't go really change. As Tupac used to say, without drastic action, there can be no change. I understand, and sometimes the drastic action is just actually realizing and help. When it comes to the children or the victims of these things, I just wish you guys the best, and because we can't really tell her what to do. You understand, every situation is different. Some of you can speak and some of you can't. So who can speak, and who can't take action. That's how I see it. Because as I said, with every situation is different. We can tell people, let's be real, we can get up and we can say, yo, you need to talk up, but reality, they don't have the voice or the platform or the forum to really speak. So some of them just quiet. You understand? So who can talk, take action, and who can't take action, speak, and who can't just find something to do. I'm here for you. Like the hotline is there. I think there's many different hotlines and stations or places you can call and get help. Just do that, please, if you can. That's how I see it.
Thank you so much. Another lyric that followed that was "Everything a secret. Tell the youths that black is ugly. Set the whole of the youths them start bleaching." So skin bleaching has become an open and popular thing to do in Jamaica, but not as strong in America and UK, although numbers show that it's still high. What, in your opinion, or even the truth of the matter, are the underlying reasons why individuals that are black feel that they are pressured within themselves to change or lighten their complexion, and what are the negative or positive results for this?
I do believe that majority of the system bleach because they've been misled to believe that black is ugly, and they believe that a lighter complexion is good. So some of them use the excuses and things that they aren't actually bleaching, they're just actually just toning. It's a different word, them adjective to do the same action. I do believe that. But when it comes to that, I support the melanin in everyone's skin totally. If you were born with something, that means God gave it to you, Selassie gave it to you, and you were blessed with such and such. So I don't believe in physical changes. But then again, as I said to the situation before, every man is their own man to make them own choices in life. I don't support it, but then again, I can't be judge and jury when it comes to this. I can only sing about the things that I physically don't want to happen to me and what I wouldn't want to see. But then again, ultimately, I can't be the judge or jury when it comes to that. I don't like it. I will say that much.
I understand.
I do believe everyone was blessed.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, it's a powerful song that you wrote. And what I love about the song is when you say, what more can we take? How long can we wait? With the history of what the black culture have been through, and with the way the world is now for all walks of life and colorization, this song made me think and made me feel like now is the perfect time to end all the bad things that are going on in the world. So there are people out there trying to find a solution to politically end it all without violence. So my question is, Jay, do you think a revolution will really arrive?
Well, I think an evolution will arrive. Like that's how it happened. But I don't think a revolution is needed to make the world change. I think with as I said, as long as one start realizing what's really happening, because I used to think, being in Jamaica, our motto is out of many one people. So everywhere we go, we see a bit of Chinese, we see a bit of Japanese, we see a bit of Korean, we see a bit Caucasian, we see some Indians, we see everybody, Mexican here. So we totally, we despise, sometimes we look on the world just by seeing the news, we see that people fight over these silly little things that we grow with each other, run up and down in the same gullies, we two up on the same big stones out here. So more I will see it and we say like, why is it really happening? This person, the only difference with a person sometimes is just the skin complexion or the tone or the hairstyle. So I do believe that all it takes is just realizing that we are just all one, because in our reality, if a new danger should prepare itself tomorrow, our example, extraterrestrial, I hope I said that word right, extraterrestrial beings come into play, we'll all have to band together to fight for what we believe is right. So then again, when it comes to skin complexion, I think these are really minor problems. I don't believe people should be worrying about these little things. But then again, you do have people who challenge and try to oppress people. And as I said, and to those people, I wish you the best when Selassie start to judge the item. I understand, because your judgment shall be your own doing. So I see it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jay, we're going to do some more talking, but we're going to go into some music updates, which always comes on at 8:30, and we're going to definitely do some more talking and play some more music of you. So we'll be right back.
I'll be here, man.
Alex Scott.
WCR-FM.
WCR-FM. If you there is power in your soul. There is power in your soul. If it's right, green and all the rosy, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Singing, I am the man who always fail. The spirit of the broken ones, the prisoners in jail. The youth who have no subject, but trying to prevail and trying to find a way out. I think the gods will pay. Yeah, until them wanted in the streets and have nowhere to go, so they turn to God for peace. Every Sunday in the church of the light, but every time you close your eyes, every time you close your eyes, so you can see that deep inside our souls there is a power we got to know. What we've seen 1,000 times before, but we fail to understand that you can see that deep inside our souls, power we got to know. What we've seen 1,000 times before, but we fail to understand. We fail to understand. We fail to understand. We fail to understand.
I'm Alex Scott with the Real Recognised Real Show on the #1 radio station for Wolverhampton, and I'm currently interviewing the conscious Jamaican reggae artist Jay Ritten.
Yes, that's.
Jay, nice to know that you're still there and we're back live on air. With emerging artists within the music industry, what guiding words do you have for a struggling, lyrically gifted songwriter wanting to enter the charts, or just to simply share their music passion?
To be honest, all I can say is just continue to be and do what you do to the best of your ability. You understand? That's all I can say when it comes to that, because that's what I've been doing. Continue to do what I do and try to do it to the best of my ability. And with everything, just try to do it as righteous as you can. Whatever you deem as righteous is your doing. So just put what you believe you can get from the universe into it. And so with work comes, like, you have to sweat in order to gain something. You understand? It's like exercise. If you don't work, you can't get fit. So just keep at it, man. That's all I say. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much for that. Now, Jay, at the age of 18, you fixed your old broken down computer at home and then built beats. Now, this led to you singing on your own rhythms and calling your production Top Floor Music. What is your next move musically, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, personally, I see myself on an interview with you while over there. again, you understand, because definitely real recognize real. You understand, we got to keep the progress going. But what's next is just all about, it's just all about putting in more and more work. Like 2021 is going to be brilliant because I'm really looking forward to it, because last year was a real bust. You understand? But then again, I can't make the falls of last year dictate the rising of this one. So we're going to put some real elbow grease into it and push forward. You understand? Constantly releasing music and music and music and music. That's all I can say. And I'll try my best to please. You understand? Because ultimately it's all about the listeners. But then again, I can't sell myself short. So I'll try my best to please how I can righteously. That's how I see it. Yes. Because a lot of people will change because of what they believe is needed. So as I said, I'll just try my best to please righteously. And if I feel myself, and I feel Selassie. That's just how I see it. But I don't count feel as a part of this story right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, going back to being 18 and you fixed your old broken down computer, just out of curiosity, I hope you don't mind me asking, what made you decide to fix it, and why didn't you just buy a new one, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, personally, my family weren't as strong financially when it comes to doing things, coming to just buying another one. It wasn't even my old computer, actually. It was an old PC that I found, and I started to just collect parts, and I started to read and fix. I didn't even know what I wanted to do with the computer. I just know I didn't have one, and I was trying to get one. And then the first thing I remember seeing on the PC when it was fixed was Fruity Loops, and it was already on it, and I was like, oh, let's play with this a bit. And I transformed my words that I was writing, the journals and everything, into lyrical content for my songs, and it just became a thing. And just because we were on the top floor, because we live in an apartment building, I called it the Top Floor Production, and yeah, to me that was a vision at the time. As I said, we were just going through the motion, doing things. We couldn't afford a PC, so I couldn't get one. But it was all in the name of fun when it comes to that. I didn't even know I would be doing everything as serious as I possibly am, because I was a dancer at the time. I was a dancer near the time, like a very big dancer in Jamaica when it comes to that. So, yeah. And
you had a dance squad as well. Before you tell me about the dance squad, just for the listener out there, Jay Ritten mentioned Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops is a production program that you can make music on, just to put everybody back into the picture. So, yes, you had a dance squad.
Yeah, man, the dance squad, everybody was supportive, because everybody was like, yeah, because I think dancing was ultimately becoming boring for me personally, because, as I say, knowing how I am consciously, I think it was just demeaning to just go dance every single night. There was no future within it. We love dancing and we love grooving, but then again, we do have families and we do have things, so we were thinking about a more structured future.
Yes.
So when it came to doing music, everybody was supportive of it. Everybody was really into it. I had the whole place rocking when it comes to songs, man. I even have some of my old beats, them just stored away, and whole hard drive lyrics and everything just stored away. I'm waiting on the day to just show the world that's what I was, and that's what I've been doing, you know.
I cannot wait to hear them.
Yeah, man.
Now, you created a song called Black Panther, which is an ode to Chadwick Boseman, who played the character Black Panther, who sadly died last year from cancer. How did that opportunity arise?
Well, to be honest, sometimes it's just the universe that does these little things. The song was actually created before his death. It wasn't, to be honest, I knew what he represented as a person. So that's why when his passing, I decided to use this as a tribute towards him. It wasn't a thing where I was trying to gain money or anything from it. I was just showing the respect that he totally deserved as a person. But the song was totally about being aware mentally and physically, and every little alley you can define. It was about going home spiritually and every little thing. You're born in England. Anywhere you're born, that's your place of birth. That is your home. But then again, you should always know your ancestry. Always know where you're coming from and be aware of what's happening and what's been happening. So it was about the Black Panther movement.
Yes.
And not the movie. But then again, the movie did represent such. As I said, certain people can't really see the deeper meaning behind certain things. You really have to spell it out to them. Chadwick Boseman represented what we should be, which is righteous, which is strong, which is wise, and every little thing. You understand? So that's what we should be, and we should strive to do the best. We should strive to have the best at every single day as we can. And as I said, just as long as I can do this righteously, every single day you'll be right with the Most High and you'll be right with yourself. Your spirit will be free as well. People wonder why I'm always happy. It's because I try my best to be righteous. I'm not saying it is as easy. That's why I use the word try. Because challenges and everything come, and sometimes you do answer some questions wrong when it comes to when the universe asks. So, yeah.
I love your vibe. I love the way you think. I just love the way you put things across as well. You know, we need more people in the music industry like you at the forefront of the way the music industry is right now. Some people like yourselves are pretty much always put in the background, and it's like finding people like yourselves is like a rare treat to the music industry. And I've always said it shouldn't be that way at all. You know, it's been long enough now that there's so many clowns in the music industry that get the light and shine before people like yourself that are conscious.
Well, the word conscious means being aware, and I believe everybody is aware because everybody's eyes is open. I understand it's just who wants to do something about it. That's how I see it. A lot of people would ask, like, yeah, wait for a box, I wait for a big bus, but in reality, all I want is to be heard. It's not a bus. Like, I don't think people see the difference. All I want is to be heard. I want somebody to see me and say, yo, but you said I really listened to it and I thought about it and it really opened my eyes to my reality. I don't want to open anybody else's eyes to my reality. My reality is mine. I just want to open somebody else's eyes so they can see their reality in front of them and know what they should do. And as long as the music has been doing that, it has been because somebody made my soul light up like the sun. Like once when they text me on Instagram and they were like, yo, I really respect and admire you. You allowed me to sit back and relax and just see what I've been doing and realize what I need to do and stuff. And it was a joy. It was a joy, trust me. Just by hearing that from a fan, it was really, really, really good. And ultimately, that's all I think every single not righteous, every single artist in this world really wants it to be appreciated for the craft. Anybody who wants otherwise, they aren't artists, they are entertainers. So we should fully start to realize the difference between these people.
Beautiful. We're going to play Black Panther, which will be your final track for the night. This has gone so fast. It's gone so fast. And you've got some beautiful music. Like I said, Secrets is one of my favourite tracks of yours. I'm looking forward to hearing more music from yourself. But let's play Black Panther and we'll be right back.
Yeah, man.
Take me home, oh Jaja. I don't want to be on this land. Take me home, oh Jaja. Take me to Mama Africa, oh yeah. Take me home, oh Jaja. Take me from this land. Take me home, oh Jaja. I don't want to be on no Jaja land. I want to go, yeah. Even though it's a place I do not know, I can feel it calling me. Yeah. Anywhere there's a tree, there's a root, so I should live be free. Mama Africa, take me home, oh Jah, take me from this land, take me home, oh Jah. I don't want to be like no Jah.
I'm Alex Scott with the Real Recognise Real Show on the #1 radio station for Wolverhampton, and I've just come to the end of interviewing the conscious Jamaican reggae artist Jay Ritten. Jay.
Yes, X.
How can the fans reach you on the social media?
When it comes to social media, it's J_Ritten_Trenchtown. Like, it's really simple, man. Just from a type in Ritten Trenchtown, you gotta say J Ritten Trenchtown. So it's really simple. When it comes to Facebook, it's just J Ritten. The others, to be honest, I'm not mostly focused on social media. You understand? I'm always on it, but I'm not focused on it because it's not really that's not how I want the world to see me and know me through the media. But then again, I would really respect if the item jump on and follow, and on the page on YouTube, just subscribe and let us know so on the better, because once you give it the energy, we can know so if we have push even more, because the more energy we get, the more we push, because we know so like definitely there's demand out there. Yeah, so that's how you can reach me. Anytime you want to talk to me, just talk to me through the Instagram. I'll definitely get back to your message personally if you have anything to say. Facebook is the same. And just as I said, on the YouTube page, it's Jerry, and just subscribe and follow. Every little thing we do, just click the bell too. I sound like one of those promotional videos. But yeah, man. Just do all that.
Are there anybody in your family or the streets you'd like to reach out to before you go?
Definitely, like, I've been getting so much, like, first things first, like, I've been watching a few of my interviews and I've never ever give the blessing, like Stewie Lyons, Stewie, I'm a boss, like, respect and blessing. I got to give the thanks out to you. Obadiah, we got to give the thanks out to Reggae Release, you understand? We got to give the thanks out to Jeja Vibes, you understand? We got to just the whole world gradually, because there's so much to do. We have the whole of Trenchtown, we have to bless up, we have the whole of Painland, because Painland is where we really born and grow from, you understand?
Yes.
And then, as I said, through financial crisis, like, we couldn't really stay one place, we had to move a lot around to certain ghetto. So Painland is a place I'm a born, so we got to big up Painland, we got to big up 2 Mile, we got to big up the whole Kingston in general. So I said, as I said, Stewie, Obadiah, Dear Primetime, Green, we got to big up Anif, we got to big up. Who not get big up, just know some big you up. I love and respect roots in every single body. Just know, say, I want love straight, and it's not, only know already, from me, say I love. We not deal with nothing but that. You understand, sir? Yeah.
Do you have...
we can't forget the real recognize real, because in our reality, I wouldn't be here right now speaking if I never willing to give the platform for my voice be heard. So respect and thanks go straight out to the Real Recognize Real show. I got to say thanks to Alex, you understand, so respect.
Blessings, brother. Do you have a final message to your fans and the listener?
The message I've been trying to give to this world through every single music and everything is that just live your life and just do it righteously. As long as you live righteous, your neighbor shall be alright. You understand? Live good. My philosophy is do unto others as you like them to do unto you, and I would like the world to be peaceful and joyful, so I just try my best to live like that. So just, if that's your way of life, just do it. Understand? And as I said, just do what you have to do, but do it righteously without offending thy neighbor. That's how I see it. So respect and love the world.
Yes, I want to say good evening to your promoter as well, Henry.
Yeah, man.
And is it Gigi?
Yeah?
There's a guy called Gigi, I think. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Jeje. Okay, Jeje. Right. My apologies, Jeje, calling you Gigi.
Yeah, well, we kind of say name still, but bless up, I respect same. As I say, it's one universe and one family, one singularity. Because when you really zoom out to all of the bigger picture, you realize you're just a part of a big thing. Mm-hmm. So respect and thanks.
Jay, before you go, all I ask is that when you record new music, WCR get it first, and we will play your music and put it in the playlist on this show.
Definitely, we have a lot of things in store for you guys, man. Trust me, man.
Thank you. Your music is amazing. You must keep doing it. Do not retire from this. Keep going. No matter how you feel, keep going. You've got some great music and words. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Respect, man.
But I'll speak to you again.
Definitely.
In the creator's timing. Look after yourself.
Same today.
That was Jay Ritten right here on the Real Recognised Real show. You just heard me, Alex Scott, on WCRFM interviewing on the Real Recognised Real show. It was a pleasure to have Jay Ritten with his conscious mind and views, including his music. It's always hectical in the building because WCRFM has the bulkiest artist for the streets. It's Hecky!